just doing. Hello and good morning. I think it's still good morning. I'm sorry that we're late, a little late today. We had to have some technical difficulties. This is Trina Lowry with So You Want to Dance Live on City to City Radio, and I'm interviewing my mother today. Say hi, Joanne.
Hi.
Okay, we're going to interview her today, so I hope everybody's tuning in. We're just going to get right to it. Tell us your name, because I don't know all these questions, but I got to pretend like I don't. So tell me your name.
Joanne Kirby Thompson.
Okay, and where are you from?
From H-Town, Houston, Texas.
What area did you grow up in?
I grew up in the Clinton Park area.
Okay, high school?
High school, junior high school, E.O. Smith. High school, Phyllis Wheatley, the best high school in Houston. And I also attended Prairie View A&M University.
Okay, a lot of people will like that. That's stuff that they probably don't know. A lot of people see you around, they know you as Joanne, but they also know you as Trina's mama. So I want to make sure that they got to know you as an individual today. So that's what I want to make sure you talk about who you are. What kind of childhood did you have growing up?
Wonderful childhood. And Clinton Park was the best place to live ever. I had a lot of friends, did a lot of things. I had a wonderful childhood.
How many sisters and brothers?
I had 2 sisters. One passed away. I have 3 brothers.
Okay.
Girls are older. Boys are babies.
Babies. And we know that your mother is having some health issues now. How's she doing?
My mom had a massive stroke about 8 years ago.
It's been that long? Wow.
She's doing good. She's doing good. Probably in better health than me.
Okay. And she has dementia or Alzheimer's? She has
dementia, and I think it is kind of escalating a little bit to Alzheimer's. Yeah.
Okay. So people kind of take turns. I know one of your brothers is the one that's kind of doing a lot of the work.
Anthony does most of the caregiving for my mother, and we all take turns on Sundays so that we can all go to church.
Okay. You worked at the post office for years. That's where you had your full career. I know you worked at Baker Oil Tool, worked in different places, but the U.S. Postal Service is where you had most of your career.
My career for 30 years.
30 years, okay. And so you retired. What do you feel about retirement?
Oh, Lord, I love being retired.
You don't have to get up to go to work.
Don't have to get up early anymore if I don't want to, but I do get up early sometimes, and I like running.
Okay. Yeah, speak on that note with running, you ran a 5K or tell me about.
I started out with a 10K because I didn't know what a 10K was, and it was 5 miles, and it was really, really hard. But
did you finish it?
I did finish the 10K.
Okay.
I did, and I did.
But you got into the 10K because you didn't know. You thought how long did you think it was?
I did not have the clue. I didn't know. A bunch of the ladies at the gym asked me to join them, and I said, okay, I will. I had never practiced, never ran, never done anything like that. And
you just thought you could do it.
I just thought I could do it. I ran in about an hour and 40 minutes, I think it was, something like that.
Okay. And then you ran, after you started running some more, you ran an actual 5K.
About 3 or 4 5Ks. And I want to start back. I'm just looking for somebody to join me.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing this because I just started working out again. Got to get this stomach up. Hi, Denise. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. One thing that I am proud of you, one of the proudest things was about you was being a union steward and being involved in the union for employment rights and that kind of stuff. Tell us a little bit about that. Why did you join the union? Why did you get involved?
I got involved with the union because I was terminated wrongly. And the union person that handled my case let my time limits go by, and I could not appeal my case. So I said if I ever started back to work at the post office, which I did, that I would help somebody. I would want to help somebody else that might be getting done wrong as I did. And I did. I was a union steward for over 20 years.
Okay, you know that you helped some
Oh,
people.
Absolutely.
How did you enjoy? I know that you ran for some different offices. You really you became a passion for you, I think, right?
That was my niche.
Do you miss it?
I miss it tremendously.
Because you got to travel and you met a lot of cool people.
I traveled many
Yeah,
cities.
you went to Hawaii with the union. That was your first time going to Hawaii with the union.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of the union, we're in this political stuff right now. What are you thinking about what's going on with the our nation and stuff with.
Mm-hmm. If you're talking about with number 45, I think it's just so humiliating and embarrassing to have a president like that.
Yeah. What do you think about the last week when he mentioned the people going back? That was
ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Most of y'all, I don't know, people that are my friends, they know that my parents kept a lot of, racism and that kind of stuff away from me. It's embarrassing to say sometimes, but I did not even realize that I didn't realize we had racism. I thought we were all kumbaya. I was always the only little chocolate chip girl and what was I in? Campfire Girls, everything. So when Obama became president, I was riding in a car and I saw a bumper sticker that said something so ugly and racist about the president. At the time, I called my mom. I was like, there is really racism. What's going on? And that's when she explained to me. What did you say? Why didn't you want us to do that?
I raised my kids. When I was young, we feared white people. If I saw, I lived in an all-black community, went to all-black school, so didn't see them often. So when you did see them, it brought fear. I did not want my children to have that. I wanted them to know they were just as good as anybody else, and there's no difference. And so they attended the predominantly white schools. Most of the kids' activities they were in, and so they didn't know the discrimination thing. I remember when we couldn't even drink out of the water fountains. They had the black and white water fountain signs up. So I didn't want my kids to know that, and I guess I went too far.
Yes, because I of course I understand why they didn't want us to know that, but it was just total culture shock to me when that happened. And even now to this day, when I see stuff, I'm like, oh my God, people really don't like black people. And it's just crazy to me because all of my best friends were little white kids. So it's pretty sad and disappointing to me. On that, I was going to say something. Oh, I want you to mention the story about why, because my mother never wanted us to say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. We could say yes, we could say no, be very respectful, don't get me wrong, but the sir and the ma'am was an issue for her. Tell them why.
I just always related that back to slavery time. My father was the same way. He wanted me to say yes, sir, and no, sir, and I could not do it at that time. I find myself at my older age saying to older people, yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, now. But back then, I just thought it was slavery talk, and I told my kids they could say yes and no. They didn't have to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. I had a problem.
Tell them about your dad, though, that come from when he had to tell was it a younger person?
Yeah, my dad used to, when we did periodically run into somebody white, he'd say yes, sir, and that drove me crazy. I asked him why, and he explained the circumstances about how they brought up, that they had to say yes, sir, and no, sir to white people. My mom said if a white person walked on the same side of the street that you were walking on, they had to move to the other side. They could not walk, they could not look at them. And so I had a problem with all that yes, sir stuff.
So yes, we say yes, we say no, and then that's also probably why sometimes a little outspoken about certain things, and I have that thing about you're not gonna talk to me any kind of way. So I got it from her. And that. So I think I was finished with the political stuff. Now that you're retired, I know that you started your own travel agency, and it's called
Dreamtime Travel by Joanne.
How do you like it?
I like the travel agent business. It's a tough business, and sometimes it's a payless business, but I do like it because we get to travel a lot, and that was my idea to do when I started it.
When did you start?
Around March of 2015.
Okay. I know that you used to do a lot of, I actually worked with you and Mary Collins of Chaz Travel. We did a lot of things with her, so we learned a lot from her. We kind of owe her a lot of stuff that we learned, a lot we didn't learn that we had to learn on our own as we started doing it. So, which is what I'm going to ask you now. Why did you start it?
Mary had gone. I remember she was working at the post office, and she started going to travel agency classes at night. And I really, she would talk about it, and it made me want to do it as well. And it would make me want to travel be able to do a lot more traveling. Traveling is really my thing.
And making a little bit of money while traveling.
Yeah, make a little bit of money while traveling.
Mm-hmm. I know you did your first Zydeco cruise on your own, because you've done several, because we did a lot with Mary and throughout the years, but we decided to step out on our own and do it. How did that go? It was successful, I know.
Oh, we had a very successful cruise, and I when I tell people about how much fun it is, how much fun we had, I tell them I'm an old person and I had fun, so you know the youngsters had fun. But we took over 450 people on that cruise. Over 212 cabins. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. We had a 80s or 90s.
We had an 80s and 90s party. DJ Jack Frost was excellent.
It was so great.
Yeah.
And we also had a crew on there from the, what was the name of that high school?
Oh my gosh, we can't forget them. Madison. Was it
Madison.
Madison. My cousin Sabrina, it was her class reunion, and she chose my mom to
help me with
to book her class reunion cruise. On that note, Letisa Lewis has also asked us to put together their cruise for their class reunion. So just FYI, that's a kind of a sale point. If y'all are planning a class reunion, let us plan your class reunion on a cruise.
We specialize in large cruises, class reunions, family reunions.
Yeah, see that plug? So also, it was very successful. So do you plan on doing another Zydeco cruise?
Oh yes, we have plans to do that next year. We're just waiting to hear from the people that we want to take with us, and so I'm prayerful that we'll hear from them really, really soon.
I cannot read my own handwriting. Denise said I can't carry my iPad, so I'm writing and I can't read. As far as the Zydeco cruise is concerned, what was the most difficult, challenging part of planning that cruise? I know, but you tell it.
I don't know, because you did the most difficult part.
I
don't know if it was the dining area or trying to get people together that wanted to cabin together. I don't know which would have been.
The bands.
Oh.
Getting them. Well,
No.
that's why we have to book now, because we're waiting on the bands to get back to us.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant.
No. Because once we had
a band, we can go at it. Yeah, we're waiting on the bands to say they'll.
That's probably the most challenging part. No negativity, but it's very, very challenging, because we're ready to roll. It's just getting bands to respond, and that's really difficult. It's a challenge. I don't think they realize how much of a challenge it is. And I guess I'm gonna get my mom to mention that to give us a little plug about, even though the cruise is not until March, you have to
start booking now, because people have to make plans. It gives them more time to make payments on their cruise. And right now, this is July. It's not looking too good for March. But if they give us an answer, I guess within the next month or so, we should still be able to go with March.
Yeah. So what happens is we book the cabins through Carnival or Royal Caribbean or Norwegian, wherever we're going to go out of. And if we book it, let's just say for March, like we book cabins for March for the Zydeco cruise, but we have to put the word out. We have to do all of that stuff. We got to get contracts signed and get deadlines way before March. So we have to know, and we understand that the bands and the entertainment, they may not really understand all. They think, it's in March, I got time to, call them back. But we don't. We got to get them booked.
Got to sell it.
So we can sell it. We got to sell for us to get. It took us, we started in October and November for this last Zydeco cruise, and it took us just that long to get everybody paid, because we know everybody has our motto or our vision is to give fabulous vacations to people at an affordable price, because we want everybody to go on a vacation, and cruising actually is the cheapest way to go, I think.
Yes.
Currently you have your first R&B party on the sea cruise going. How did that come about?
My daughter wanted to do it, and it sounded like fun to me, and I like both of the groups. They really, really good entertainment, so I was all in.
This one is featuring The City, two of our fabulous local bands, The City, they are awesome. I actually saw them at where did I see them at? Prospect Park about 2 years ago, and I begged the Red Rooster to get them over there, and they've been fun. They're just one of my favorite bands because they have so much energy. So I passed them on to my mom, and she feels the same way. Dominique Hammonds is definitely one of my favorites. Passed that on to her too. I don't know if she's that into live music, but I am. So I got her to do that. She gave me the chance to do it. Are cabins still available?
We still have cabins available right now. You have to pay the $150 deposit to hold your room, and all payments are due in full by September the 8th. The 8th. But you still can hold your cabin for $150 right now.
Yeah.
It must be paid in full by September 8th.
And it's no exceptions. We've gotten as many extensions as we can. So
no more
upon booking, you got to pay the $150 and get that paid. Now, this is going to be an awesome cruise. It's going to be a definite party on the sea. And I must say, not trying to take over the interview from you, Mama, but this was everything new is different. You know, people want to say, well, you know, I'm gonna wait till next year to see if this really goes. I'm gonna see. So we know that this is gonna be smaller because people want to see if it really works. What is it really? Because hasn't been a cruise like this done before. So I'm not someone that just is gonna give up on it. We're gonna make this cruise is gonna go, and we're gonna have a great time, and then next year we're gonna rotate. And so what I want to say to some of the other bands, some of the R&B bands, support your local bands, support your other bands, because you may not have been on the cruise this year, but next year may be your turn. So support, put out the word, say, hey, my friend so and so is going on this cruise, y'all come on and go. Get your friends. This is could be a girls trip, guys trip. It's gonna definitely be a party. Actually, I forgot DJ Lil Ron, fabulous DJ, very energetic. He's actually going to do another 80s, 90s, actually a 70s, 80s, and 90s party on this cruise. So pass the word. Get this going. It is definitely going to happen next year. We already have a band that we are planning to take for the next year's R&B cruise. So we're super excited. We already talked about what is the most challenging part of the entire, I talked about the planning a entertainment cruise, but the entire travel business, what have you found has been most challenging for you?
Getting people to pay.
Getting people to pay. So, and then I know that you're not most comfortable with calling and reminding people. I know that you don't really like that part.
I just feel like if you know you signed up for a cruise, you know we give you a chart with each time you should make a payment, then I think that you should recognize, because we're all adults that are going. However, I do call, I do remind, we do send emails, we do all of that, and text to remind you that it's time for your payment.
My mom always taught me that if you don't have the money, just let people know and they're willing to work with you. So just call and say, hey, I plan to pay, but I'm a little short this week. Yeah. Call Joanne, 713-231-7370, and let her know if she'll work with you as much as she can, because Carnival does have deadlines. So Carnival, and I'm saying we're just talking about cruises, but that's any type of travel that we do. She has a deadline that she has to meet, or they will cancel rooms. They will cancel rooms and bookings and all that. Because let me just say this, I think this is the best way to explain it, is that if we have 200 of their cabins on hold and they ain't sold, they could sell those cabins to somebody else. They can't wait till the last minute and have all these cabins available. They want to sell them. So that's why there are deadlines. What is the most rewarding part of the travel business? I know you said traveling.
Yeah, but I think that when we got back last time and we got so many great reviews in writing and people calling and saying that they had such a wonderful time, and when is the next cruise, I'm ready to pay my money, that was fulfilling to me, and that was it just made me feel really great.
That's why it's so frustrating that we can't get this next one on the books yet. Also, how you said that about you booked a trip for someone for Hawaii, to go to Hawaii, and they went from, how did that work?
Yes. They went, they had done a lot of legwork for themselves, but they wanted to go to Hawaii, and they wanted to go to 3 different islands. So I made the arrangements. They were able to catch a plane at each island to go to the next. And they had a wonderful time. They were so excited.
They gave a very good review,
They gave a very good review, and plan to travel with us more.
Okay. What is the biggest lesson out of all of this? Not just the Zydeco cruises, not just sandals, out of this entire business. What is the biggest lesson that you've learned?
I don't know, Trina. That's a tough question. I do know one thing, though. I use so many different personalities that I have to deal with. I have learned that. And a lot of people, we have to keep records of what people have paid, because sometimes people forget that they paid this amount or that amount.
Or they didn't pay. People are quick to tell you that they paid you $50 and they ain't paid you but $5. So, you know. But just know that we're on top of that. We have a good morning, LaBessa. And CC, thank you for watching. People, we keep accurate records because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to be audited, and I want to have people's money. So we keep a good, accurate spreadsheet. Trust us, we know, and we can always go back and look. So don't tell us you paid $200 and you only paid $5. So we will catch it. Sort of joking, sort of not. But that's the biggest thing, is that it's more work. You know, sometimes people think jumping in the travel business is just, oh, we just get to travel and we get to book people, we go. But it's so many little bitty moving parts, would you say?
Yes.
That's
absolutely.
probably the most challenging. Yeah.
And I get a lot of people that call me that want to a quote to go here or to go there. And it's really a lot of work to do that, to go and try to find out where they can go and get them the best prices. And then they say, oh, we decided not to go. Or we decided we're going to book it ourselves. Or, I mean, that's very, very challenging.
Yeah, that's challenging for her. And she's so nice because Miss Trina has tried to get her to charge $50. Like the automobile, when you get your car fixed, what do? You got to pay them $90 for the diagnostic. And then if you choose to use them, they'll take that $90 off. But if not, you pay me my $90. And I'm trying to push that on her. She's super nice when it comes to that. I think she should charge them something. You know, I hope y'all agree. Y'all have to chime in and let her know what y'all think about that. It's something that we're probably going to end up going to, because it is definitely a lot of work. I don't know that side as much because I don't do. She's off. She's retired, so she does that during the day more than I do.
One of the reasons why I don't do that is this is a really competitive business, and I'm new at it. I'm just new at it. I have decided, though, if I have the same people calling me for quotes and never book with me, that I will charge them a fee. But somebody new, they could go to anybody because nobody actually charges a fee to give a quote. But I am going to start to charge the people that call me over and over and over again and don't use my business but take my quote, so they can just go book their own itinerary.
Who have been your biggest supporters? When I say supporters, I mean people have used your travel business. Are they friends? Are they people that have found you on the internet? What are...
A lot of it comes from word of mouth.
Okay.
I have one lady, I'm not going to say her name, I started to, but her sister's a friend of Trina's, and she called me up and
Natasha.
She called me up, her sister called me up, and she paid for her cruise in full the same day that she called, and she's been a great client ever since. I've been doing other things for her. She's going out on a cruise again the beginning of next year. I think it's her daughter's birthday.
Yeah, Natasha's sister. I can't even think of it. I've been knowing Natasha for years and can't even think of her last name right now. But anyway, her sister definitely booked with us.
Latanya. Her name's Latanya.
Booked with my mom, rather, and she's been
and
an
not
ongoing.
Just cruises. I just did an airfare.
Oh, really?
Well.
Okay. So how do you have many people that do your airfare, your air trips?
I don't do too much just on the airfare. I did it for Latanya because she is. I booked her a hotel in, I believe it was San Antonio. Her son is in the military, so I didn't charge her a fee for that. But we don't get commission on just airfare, so I don't do much just.
But
airfare.
I mean, like your sandals, packages, those kinds of things.
Oh yeah, as long as you get in a hotel and airfare, yeah.
Right.
I did do my first sandals, and so now I get to go into a sandals. They call it a fam. I get to go do that in October, and I'll be able to come back and tell you some great things about the Sandals Resort.
Okay. So guys, remember she is Sandals certified. I'm Sandals certified, I think still, but she's Sandals certified. So we don't just use cruises. We specialize in cruises because that's what we love doing. But definitely Sandals is definitely something that she can help you with too. She can help you with any type of travel. And not just on Carnival, not just on the Royal Caribbean. I think you're also certified for another cruise ship, right?
A lot of them.
Yeah,
most of them. Norwegian.
Just call
Caribbean,
713-231-7370. Okay, so I know that Dreamtime Travel is have some new, smaller local events coming up.
We have a trip to the winery. I don't particularly know what the name
It's
of
the
it.
September the 14th. And we're going to do a party bus, which is interesting because most people just get a bus and go there. We're going to do an actual party bus. We told them not to put the pole in there, though, so we can have more space for people. But we're going to do some of those smaller trips to trust people that are around town, because we kind of been traveling with a ladies group that she's a part of, and they...
Ladies of Leisure.
Yeah, and they do a lot of local trips.
We do a lot of local
and
trips. We got one today.
And where y'all? Oh, y'all going to the Daiquiri Shack. Daiquiri Shack or something like that in 1960. But anyway, so we've decided to do some of that because some of those trips will be nice just to have a Saturday away. So the winery trip is the first trip, September the 14th.
September 14th.
And you can pay, it's $20 down payment.
$20 down.
And the full trip is $75. But we're also going to book, we're going to do a casino trip. And the Battleship, what is it called? The Battleship Grounds, whatever. We're putting that together too. Just some fun stuff that's local that we can do in a day, just to get some people, to get out and not have to drive. And we're going to provide the transportation for you for a small cost. We're actually planning to do a Disney
cruise.
Family cruise, because we've had a lot of requests for that.
I also have a Royal Caribbean cruise going out. I'm going to change the date. It's going out in May, but I'm going to try to change it to September. It's going to be an all ladies cruise. They're going to Hawaii for 10 days on the Royal Caribbean, and the fee is really phenomenal. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I haven't put flyers out about it yet because I'm going to get some group fees, but this is just going to be for ladies.
Okay, 713-231-7370, Joanne Thompson. So we're gonna close, but do you have anything else that you want to mention except that we need y'all to book on the R&B cruise? Anything else that you want to mention?
I will mention this. If the bands that I want for my Zydeco cruise are listening, please call me. We need to get you booked.
We need to get you booked. I wanted to make sure that I've covered everything. We were listening to see if anybody was tapping in to see if they had any questions for us, but we don't have anything. Thank you, Mama, for doing this for me today. I know it was kind of last minute. I was supposed to be interviewed, but that didn't work out very well. So I interviewed Mama. I called her this morning. At what time? Was 7? I called my Mama at 7:30 this morning and said, could you be my guest on the show today? And she didn't even hesitate. Then I said, well, how do you feel about putting it on Facebook Live? And she was like, oh yeah, that's no problem. I was really shocked because I was going to ask her yesterday, but I was scared she was going to say no. But she said yes. I thank you. She's always been a very good supporter. You guys, check out Dreamtime Travel by Joanne. We're a family business. My sister is actually starting to take apart. The website is www.dreamtimetravelbyjoe.com. For information, you can do info at dreamtimetravelbyjoe.com. I think that's it. Again, her number is 713-231-7370. Call if you want to go on one of these cruises that we have going. If you have any suggestions, we're open to all of that. We also are on Facebook. We have a Dreamtime Travel by Joanne and Trina, a Dreamtime Travel by Joanne, Trail Ride at Sea. Oh, one more. Let you mention that.
Okay. I do have a New Year's cruise schedule. I think it's December the 28th through January the 2nd. It is it's going to be a great time, and the deposit on that is $150. You have to pay full deposit now. It's going to be a great time. It's a New Year's Eve party on the Carnival. I don't remember.
Can't remember the name. Well, just look on it. We're actually gonna. I don't know if it's on the website yet, but my daughter, actually Jasmine Lowry, does our website, so I'll make sure she puts those up along with these smaller events that we have coming up. The New Year's Eve. Do you know when the last day to pay the full balance? Do you have any idea?
I'll put some information on.
Okay, we'll put some information. We'll actually we're going to add it to our Facebook page, but join our Facebook page. Thank you, Mama, again. Guys, thank y'all for tuning in to So You Want to Dance Live on City to City Radio. Make sure that you join City to City Radio and So You Want to Dance Live on our Facebook pages. Listening to City Radio. It is a new station. It's up and coming. We have some tweaks that we're working out, but with your support and your just your support is going to help us out. Tune in on Saturdays. I'll be on. I used to do 10 o'clock. I'm moving it kind of down to 11 o'clock to be on the radio. It'll be on FaceTime Live at 10. But at 11, it'll be broadcast on our City to City radio station. If you have a business or anything that you want to advertise, contact me at 832-312-2973 or LowryTrina@gmail.com. Let me know about your business. If you want to be interviewed to be able to talk about your business on Facebook Live or on City to City Radio, let me know. That's what we're here for. We want to make sure that we get your business out there. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm just going to go ahead. I've been talking about me anyway, but I will be 50 next month. I'm super excited. I am having a birthday party. I haven't had an official birthday party in years. I hope you guys all come out. Tell your friend. Everybody's invited. It's going to be super, super nice. It's going to be at the Red Rooster North in Houston, Texas. We got a super surprise showcase. We have Dominique Hammonds playing for a small smidgen at the beginning of the party, but it's going to be nice, and it will just make my 50th birthday if I see you guys come out and support me in my new journey to my year of 50. Thank you again. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Pass the word to everybody about So You Want to Dance Live and City to City Radio. Bye.
Bye-bye.